In case you've been living in a barrel for like the past week or so, you might not have heard about the whole ditty about this giant Kong-shaped person by the name of Hbomberguy, who's crazy about fucking bananas. Let me tell you right now. Actually, I don't know.
It's just bananas.
Bananas. He's just crazy fucking bananas. Who did a 57 fucking hour live stream.
57 hours. I want to tell our fans right now. No, I will not. I cannot. First of all, no. First of all, second of all, what? I've actually never been able to stay up for even 24 hours straight. I can't do it.
I stayed up over 3 days when I was younger, like much younger, like 9. And I started to hallucinate. I'm like, I should go to bed.
I have never been able to do it. I've known people who can do it. I don't understand. My body gives up on me. Like my body just straight up gives up. Like I can't do it. I've never done
worked like mid shift, a grave shift kind of work where you've been up for that kind of long hours where your teeth start to itch. It's the weirdest fucking feeling.
And I think he took a break or two.
Did he?
Probably.
I mean, that would seem reasonable.
So,
yeah.
Over the last 57 hours, they use this real name here, but I'm going to call him Hbomberguy because that's what I know him as on YouTube. He proved that the internet can also be
Puritan Assembly, obviously.
Yeah. Over the course of 57 long hours, this comes from The Guardian, just so you guys know the story here. Harry, Hbomberguy, who goes by the online handle, we just said that, sat playing Donkey Kong 64. Arguably not one of the best games
not
made on 64.
No, but...
Now, you know what? I'll tell you right now. I'll sit here and I'll play all the way through Conker's Bad Fur Day for a stream, if anybody really wanted me to do that. Conker's Bad Fur Day is a notoriously 18+.
That could be fun.
Naughty game. And it came out on the 64, which is great. It's so fun.
I bet that you would probably be like, ugh. Like, there'd be stuff in there that, like, it's not just naughty. You'd be like, ugh.
Well,
new lens. This is not.
Well, the great thing about that game is that it's pretty much just like movie references. So it kind of works. But anyway, trying to get 101% completion rate for all of the game's achievements while raising money for Mermaids, which is a UK-based organization that supports gender-diverse young people, which has recently come under attack from tabloids and concerned celebrities alike. You know, like
concern. You mean bigot? Here,
comedian.
Bigot. You mean bigot?
Graham Linehan is what I'm guessing the guy's name is. I don't know if it's Linehan.
Oh, right. You call everyone who doesn't agree with you a racist and a bigot. Yeah, that guy for this is definitely a bigot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's straight up
that
bigotry.
The funny thing to me is that all these celebrity people that are coming out against what he's doing don't realize that on their own platform, them talking about this is Streisand affecting this to the fucking nth degree.
Yeah.
So Hbomberguy thinking that he was going to make just a handful of dollars, you know, that he was only his initial funding goal was a modest $500. That's all he was trying to
5,000. It's 5,000.
It says 500 on the article here. So,
oh, I thought I read 5,000 elsewhere.
Yeah, that was the initial, you know.
500?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, dude, you undersold what you could. I knew you would do. Everyone knows you're very popular, sir. You would do over 500.
This blows Vulgarity for Charity out of the water, which I like those guys, but this is a fucking massive amount of money. He raised $340,000 for this organization.
Yes, he did.
Just
yeah.
So this comedian guy, Graham Linehan, he actually drove a lot of people to it, and he kept tweeting about this whole feed. And
did he really?
Yeah, you're not realizing that you are personally feeding him more people.
Was he like he was like being a douche about it?
He was negging him, not negging, what's the word I'm thinking of? Griefing him the whole fucking time, like he was doing his stream.
Like griefing him.
Griefing, like being a troll and being an asshole, but like being public about it.
Like, yeah, but what did he say?
I don't have any examples here, but I went through after he finished the stream and they were still fighting over this shit. So it's just, and Hbomberguy's like, I don't think you realize that you hating on me and you being a celebrity drew more people to me and gave me more money. So,
it's fucking gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. Oh, it makes me so happy. It's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. Like, I'm just so excited. Like, this charity deserves this money so much. And it's so sweet and wonderful. And like, oh, it's so damn wholesome. And oh, it's so wonderful. And I'm so excited for these kids. I'm so excited.
What's funny to me is that, like, this article says, if you've not heard of Hbomberguy until now, you're not alone. I'm like, in my circle of internet, Hbomberguy's like way the fuck up here.
There's Contra and Hbomberguy. Like, Contra and Hbomberguy.
Sean, Hbomberguy. You know, you got all these people that are just so much fucking ahead of where we are in the world, you know?
Right. He is very well known.
Yeah.
Because he gives a shit about how he films things, which I really, really like.
Oh, he's so good. I want to be.
Go watch this Flat Earth video. God, it's funny.
I have watched his entire 2-hour Sherlock is garbage, and here's why. Multiple times.
Well, he's very good. He's very, very good at what he does. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He is genuinely funny. And
what you're angry at isn't feminists and brown people. What you're angry at is capitalism. Now you're talking my language, brother. Let's take society back for the people.
Or my favorite sight gag from the guy of all time is like, let me see what time it is. And he checks his wristwatch, but he's got it fucking drawn on his wrist.
12 minutes.
That's such a stupid joke, but it works so well the way that he sells it to you.
I like it. I like it when he does his MRA guy and he's got like the full like handlebar, like very fake handlebar mustache and 2 fedoras. I'm sorry, trilbies. It's a trilby.
So it says here, until last weekend, he was best known for his YouTube channel, which aims to provide well-sourced and reasoned responses to the arguments of the far right. His most popular videos include measured responses to flat earthers, pickup artists, advocates of the theory that soy makes men feminine.
Oh, Roger used that one. Like, he had a coworker who's like, soy estrogen, and he was like, watch. Oh. And then like he really forgot how much he swears. He forgot how much he swears because like he's so like dorky and cute and adorable that you forget that he swears a lot, and I love it. And
which
so,
is like when I watched the hot ones of Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah.
And you want to talk sweary? Felicia, you need to watch that one.
I do.
Because like when it gets to the level, like it's funny to me. Sorry, we'll get back to Roger here in a second, but I just want to talk about how it's funny to me that like you have somebody that's known for being a swearmonger, you know,
yeah.
a swear merchant is what we have a t-shirt available on Teespring, swear merchant.
Swear merchant.
Swear merchant. And like he gets to the point where it's like hot, like super hot for him, and he's like, bloody hell, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. And he's like, shit. like every couple of seconds he gets caught in a loop of shit, fucking hell, shit. It's just... I like Gordon Ramsay.
When my mom, it reminds me of when my mom eats something that's way too spicy for her. She just starts pacing. I've seen her do it in a restaurant. It's fucking hilarious.
So anyway, dorky guy likes to swear.
Yeah, so Roger used the soy boy measured response video to like explain to a guy how like no, that's not how soy works, and it changed his mind. It's amazing. Yeah, so Hbomberguy, and he had a few guests, did he not?
Oh, he had several guests.
Yeah, he had Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez showed up on the stream.
Yeah,
I finally heard her say her own name, Ocasio.
And she came on merely to say that she was lauding the virtues of the Nintendo 64, and it sent everybody into a fucking frenzy because
she said trans rights or human rights or like
Nintendo 64 is the best of all time kind of thing. And it's like to hear a senator come out and admit that Nintendo 64
representative.
Oh, sorry, representative. Sorry, not a senator. My bad.
That's okay.
Let's see. We also had Natalie Wynn show up, Ollie from Philosophy Tube, Chuck Tingle. Mm-hmm. Let's see who else showed up there. Chelsea Manning made an appearance.
I disagree.
I disagree with Chelsea Manning's way of doing things in the past, but she's become a celebrity in her own right. So, you know what? Fucking good on you.
I don't remember anything.
Releasing the cables when she was in the military, and that's...
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Back when Dead Name was the one that did that. So I don't know.
No. We don't do that.
No.
I'm sorry. I can't keep track of every... There's so much news, guys. There's so many names.
It's been 40 years.
That was several years ago. So yeah.
Yeah. That was like what, 20 years ago? Like that she's finally told the world her real name. Chelsea Manning's season AOC went on.
And so he ended up making a shitload of money off of this whole thing. And he had some 659,000 people tuned into the stream over the course of its life.
Holy shit.
It's still massive.
It says here the comment section was a marvel, a feed that flew at the rate of knots, with comment after comment of support, love, and virtually no one trolling or MAGA-ing him.
Mm-hmm.
The following morning, a bedraggled Hbomberguy logged on briefly to Twitch again to reflect on what he had done. It finally properly hit me, he said. Then he encouraged anyone wanting to speak to him to please talk to trans people instead. This weekend has shown that their voices still need to be heard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So even after he makes all that fucking money, he goes, hey, it's not me, it's these people. So
what did he say when he finally logged off? What did he put on Twitter? It was so funny. It was no brain too bad, something like that. It was just 4 words.
So the one thing that came up with this Graham Linehan guy, or Linehan guy, I'm not even fucking pronouncing his name right, is that everybody kept fucking commenting back to him this if you would have just told him how to beat the certain section, you could have cut 10 hours off of this shit.
Oh yeah.
They kept trolling him about it.
It was the factory, right? He's like, I don't know how to turn on the engine in the factory. He asked AOC about that. Let's see. Oh God, I want to find that tweet. It's so funny.
The whole thing, the whole thing with Graham, it was frustrating for me because I know Graham.
Right.
Yeah, I've interviewed him before. We talked a lot, but this was several years ago, and we got on really well. And I don't know what happened, or if this is just something that he was always been kind of. But that.
Well, I mean, it's got.
Sorry, I forgot to mute. I was seeing some of these tweets, and I'm just like, what's going on here? He's like, vote yes if you think there are serious problems in trans activism, but you are too frightened to talk about it on here. Twitter polls are not
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That whole thing.
You're
now let's. I want to bring it up to people. In England, they have very different laws than America, and we'll wrap it up here really quick here in a second. But Linehan was given a police warning due to his anti-trans behavior on Twitter, because apparently he was reported to the Norfolk Constabulary by a trans activist by the name of Stephanie Hayden in October after he retweeted a post that shared Hayden's dead name and a photo to his nearly 750,000 followers.
Oh my God.
And then this back in December, he likened trans activism to Nazism.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here? That's disgusting.
There's people that just have a very, very disorganized understanding of what trans people are and that they are actually people with fucking feelings who, in most cases, I had to explain this to somebody at our work, Kyle, where people that are trans are giving up privilege in order to become who they feel like they really are on the inside. And I don't understand how anybody would potentially want to cause all of the strife and hell that trans people have to go through.
I don't know, and it doesn't make sense to me. What Graham? It's not just him. There's a
lot of people like this.
A lot of people like this. he seems to think
mostly older folks, though. That's the thing,
folks. But he's really kind of hyper focused on trans women, and he seems to think that they are some kind of threat to biological women or cis women.
I don't think it is about women. I really don't, because every time there's been any law or anything that's about protecting women, it isn't. It's about oppressing women. And the thing is that by deciding how women look, how our bodies are supposed to look, what it actually does is oppress cis women. And so I don't buy into this shit that they're caring about cis women. They care about cis women and they don't want them to be victimized. I don't buy it for a fucking second. It's not what's going on here.
You're most likely right, but I can only take what he says at face value.
Exactly.
No, but that's my thing, is that I think he has some nascent sexism going on there, where he has expectations of what women should be, and then he's deciding for us what we should be. And when there are people who go outside of his expectation, he decides that he gets to be the gatekeeper of womanhood, and he's not. He doesn't get to be, and fuck him.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're all agreed that fuck him on this kind of thing.
Oh, for sure.
And
no,
we need to really bring it around to the glory and the virtue that is Hbomberguy for raising this
for
money.
sure. Oh, God.
So fucking bravo, sir.
Yeah.